Alright. But there's actually like an exploit that you can actually use. I don't remember the full story about it, but my good friend Sonic Ghost was trying to use it in his stream the other day. He was trying to do an exploit, but what happens is if you throw the Gale Boomerang like that and lock on, and then do a jump attack right when the whirlwind's coming back, Link does like a super jump. And it's kind of a weird glitch, but it was not like it. They brought it back for the HD version of Twilight Princess. But if you come over here, you can realign the bridge with the Gale Boomerang by targeting. I didn't mean to fall off, Link. Goodness gracious, boy. Alright, so let's try this again. I wanted to explain what I did. If you come up here, you see these windmills, or propellers right here. If you lock onto it, it'll realign the bridge back into the way it is right now. So you can realign yourself. What I meant to do is kill this bokoblin, and then we're going to come over here and use the Gale Boomerang to make way with this thread right here. Once you do, you free another monkey. Another monkey friend. But now, we're not going to be using the monkeys for bridges, and they're not going to be following us anymore. What, in fact, they did is they're going over to a special room that we're going to need later. Well, I guess there's still some monkeys you haven't freed yet. At this point, you should just save them all and see what you can get for it. Alright, that's a good idea, Midna. Alright, so we need to go back this way. If you guys remember this room I told you was a dead end earlier because we hadn't things aligned yet. That stupid old keys there. But now with the Gale Boomerang, we can realign everything. So I think it'd be best to go back here because we're actually gonna go back to certain rooms to kind of comb for items here. But this is actually gonna take us back to the main room, or not the main room, but the room that had the two bombings in it. And actually, we're gonna go back to this room that had the Heidi floor guys. I can't remember. I don't know what the official name of these guys are. But the guys that hid in the floor that knocked you around silly if you stepped on his pallet here. You can actually go ahead and use the Gale Boomerang on these guys, and they'll fly up, and then they'll expose themselves their weak points, so you can get rid of them real easily. As long as they hit in the water, they die instantly. So let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. But the reason why we're coming back in here is not only is the Gale Boomerang used for like propellers and stuff like that, or getting rid of these guys, but they're actually used to extinguish lanterns lights here. So we're actually going to use that for the first time. We're going to extinguish these lantern lights. And what that does is it's going to bring down these platforms here, and we can get behind there and get that treasure chest finally. Die, you worm! Alright, so let's go ahead and extinguish this flame. I know I don't have to, but I'm just showing it. Just to show you what the Gale Boomerang can do. But now we can actually go get this treasure chest. And this treasure chest is important too, because it has another piece of heart in it. So this is our third piece of heart. We only need 2 more to complete another heart container. So that's another thing that's going to be common in this game. In previous Zelda games, at least to my knowledge, I've only played a certain number, and I've always had. In Wind Waker, they didn't have this, but it was kind of foreign to me when I played this game back in 2006. There were never any piece of hearts in any game that I played were in the dungeons. I don't know why they did, but there's always 2 pieces of heart in every single dungeon we'll see. So be mindful of that. So if you leave a dungeon without actually I need to actually go back there. I didn't grab something. If you leave a dungeon without picking up 2 pieces of heart, you're missing one, because every dungeon has a piece of heart, 2 pieces of heart in it. So just a little helpful reminder if anybody's trying to play through this game, that if you leave a dungeon without 2 pieces of heart collected, you're missing one. So, alright. We need to actually go, I think, over here. Because there's something else I want to grab before... I think it's in this room? No, this room leads to the... Oh, goodness gracious me. No. No. Go back to the hub, Matthew. Go back to the hub. I'll take you back to the hub. Alright, so let's go back to the hub room. Because there's a couple other things now that we have a Gale Boomerang that we need to collect. Mainly this treasure chest that's in the hub room. We can actually get it with the Gale Boomerang. And I didn't mean to do that, but that kind of shows what I was talking about. The Gale Boomerang can extinguish lantern lights. So we're actually going to come over here and grab this treasure chest. This treasure chest is also very important. Each dungeon has 3 items. The first item we got was a dungeon map. This is a compass. This is a handy tool that show you where hidden objects are in the dungeon, but it'll also tell you where the boss room is in the dungeon. So there's 3 things in each dungeon. A dungeon map just for the actual dungeon itself. The other one is a compass to show you where all the treasure is. And the other one is a boss room key. We need a special key in order to access the boss room. Well, if that isn't something useful, as long as you have that, you should be able to find where the captured monkeys are, right? Okay, that's another thing for this dungeon itself too. The compass will tell you where any monkeys are remaining, so you guys can kind of see it here. There's a couple monkeys in later rooms that we haven't collected just yet. So the compass also shows important stuff like that. But there's always 3 items that we need to collect. A dungeon map, a compass, and something else later called boss key. So, which way we gotta go? We gotta go this way. I gotta go back this way because there's a couple treasure chests in this room. If you look in the map, you will see a small little indication of a treasure chest that show you that you haven't collected any treasure in here yet. In later rooms, you'll see the treasure chest there, but I've collected pretty much every treasure chest that I can so far. But there's a special treasure chest in these other rooms here. Actually, hold on, don't fall off here. We need to be in this room anyways, because... Actually, is this a Skulltula? No. Alright. Because if we actually jump down here into the water, you can jump in the water and you can swim. You can push the A button to dash swim just a little bit, and you do a little dash. In this little alcove, there is a special chest in here. And you get a special item that's only in the HD version of Twilight Princess. These are Miiverse stamps. And I'm going to tell you, pretty much these are just trophy goods at this point, because Miiverse, well, Miiverse is shut down, so you can't even use this feature. So these items are completely pointless. What these did were, they gave you stamps to use in Miiverse Post on the Nintendo Wii, but unfortunately, since the service is shut down, there's no point of these items. But we found Hylian letter A in this treasure chest, so... I'm going to be collecting all the stamp collection because it's 100% purposes anyways, but I'm just warning you guys right now, these are completely pointless at this point. Back in 2016, you could use these to post on Miiverse, but unfortunately, Miiverse is shut down, so you can't use these anymore. Which sucks. I always liked Miiverse. I don't know about you guys, but I always loved Miiverse. Miiverse is one of my favorite things about the Wii U. But anyways, this room right here, if you guys remember, I told you we were going to come back to it. Well, the time is now. We need to hit these propellers in a certain pattern. Luckily for us, the pattern is kind of indicated on the floor by making a Z motion. So what you want to do is you want to lock on to each propeller in the pathway that the Gale Boomerang is going to go. So we're going to make a Z motion like this. So there we go. And this treasure chest is a very special treasure chest because, well, as you guys can see, it's different than the other ones. Let's go ahead and open it. This treasure chest holds the big key, which is the key that we need in order to access the lair of the dungeon boss. So, you need to go and grab these before you can even challenge the boss of the dungeon itself. And there's a Waltula right there. Alright, so pretty much we're done in this room. Like I said before, I am going to be collecting all the Miiverse stamps. I know they're pointless, but I'm doing it just for collection's sake. It might help you out if you want to. If you were really wanting to look for those things, that's how you're gonna get them. Now, back to the way we are going. Let's looky. Actually, we need to actually go back in that room I was just in. I didn't know why I left it. I'm sorry. We need to go back in here. Because we need to actually go the other route, because that'll lead us to the deeper portion of the dungeon. At this point in time, we have gotten everything in the beginning portions of the dungeon. So now we need to kind of just go on our merry way into the depths of the dungeon here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and line up these. Oh, everything is lined up. Okay, cool. And that monkey is showing our way. He's saying, hey, we need to go this way. Follow me. And this will lead back into this room that I mentioned earlier. Now that we have the Gale Boomerang, we can actually go and adjust this bridge. And there we go. So now, let's go into the depths here. We're going to be turning around and going into the other rooms here in a little bit. One of these doors is actually locked with a key, so we're going to actually come back to it here in a second. Alright, I wanted to see if there's any hearts here, because I know I'm not, like, in too much trouble for health, but I always do this just to make sure I'm always... Yeah, there's a heart right there, so... Alright, so back in this room here. As you see, there's monkeys right here. The monkeys that we freed earlier, plus this newfound monkey that we had after we beat the boss. I guess in order for us to check the temple out completely, we need the help of the monkeys. Well, let's help out the rest of them. We're gonna need to find all the monkeys in the dungeon before we can even go any further here. As you guys can probably see, beyond further down here, if you click on the right stick here, you'll see there's a door beyond yonder. That's the boss lair. We cannot go in there just yet because, well, we have not found enough monkeys just yet. But as of right now, I think the next thing we need to do is we need to go back the way we came. I just wanted to show off what that room is, because that's kind of an important room. Alright, so we're going to realign this bridge here. And we're going to go ahead and realign it again. So that way it goes this way. Once you do, these bokoblins are like, oh, wait a second, there's somebody on the bridge. I better go kill him. Well, unlucky for you, you guys die in 2 hits, so... Alright, so pretty much, we can't go through this door because this door is locked. So our only other option is to go through this door. So let's go ahead and go yonder. This room is very, very monotonous, in a way. There's a Skulltula right there. Actually, there's 2 Skulltulas right there. 2 creepy crawlies. Let's get both of these guys here. Let's go ahead. Say he blocked my attack here. So you guys got to be careful when you're attacking these, because these guys like to deflect things. We won't have a special skill until later. You can stun them with the Gale Boomerang. If you use the Gale Boomerang, you can stun them, and then you can just wail on them like normal. If they're starting to block too much, you can kind of like stun them in a way. So go ahead and kill these guys. I hate spiders. Hate spiders. Alright. You can, I think you can use some slingshot too to kind of stun them. Yeah, you can. Okay, good. There we go. So we took care of these Skulltulas. Now, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. You have 2 options here. You can be on this one or this one. These are spider webs that you can do. I can't remember which one it is. But if you like this one, yeah, it's this one actually. You need the light. If you like this one, you'll land right on the platform that you need to. There's a monkey right here. Let's go ahead and free him real quick. There we go. Freed the monkey. Yay, free monkey! And then he's gonna go beyond yonder. If you've let the other one, it would have been you would have fallen right into a Deku-like right there. So be sure to make sure you know which one you're lighting. Okay, I missed that Skulltula completely, but that's okay. Eat slingshot! There we go. Alright, now finish him off. There. Bye, Skulltula. Never liked your kind. I hate spiders. Freaking arachnophobia up in this cuz. Alright, let's go ahead and throw this bombling on this Deku-like just to get rid of him. I don't think he has anything.
Did you really just say that?
Yes, I did say that. I'm sorry.
Erase your commentary.
I'm gonna erase my commentary on it. I don't know. It'll probably stay in. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys here. Yeah, these Deku-likes don't have anything. I don't think they have any. There's nothing of use down here, I do believe. Actually, hold on a sec. Let me look at my map here. Yeah, there's nothing of interest in here, but we wanted to be in here anyways, because we wanted to free that monkey. Alright, so let's climb up this ladder. These these ivy vines, and get out of the spider's lair. I don't know, this room always freaked me out, because it's just like one of my biggest fears is spiders. I hate spiders with a burning passion. And, well, this is screaming my fear right here. This is like a spider's lair. I don't know. Twilight Princess always hit me with my arachnophobia fears, but I mean, like, I know it's just cartoons. It's just always I hate creepy crawlies too much. I like bugs in general. One of my favorite bugs is the stag beetle. I always think the stag beetle looks cool. But, like, I don't know, something about spiders just creeps me the heck out. I hate spiders with a burning passion, because I guess it's the legs and the eyeballs. I guess it's the legs and the eyeballs and the way that they move around. It's just, it creeps me out, because there's just, like, those things have so many legs. They just, like, scatter around everything. Plus, I hate finding them in my house, because oh, gosh. I don't know. I don't know why I hate spiders so much, but... Alright, so we need to go back in this room, because, well, we didn't get a key, so we can't go through that door. But, we can actually go through here. This is that room where the monkeys are all, like, situated. We're going to use the Gale Boomerang to move this propeller around here. And we're going to go and kill this Bokoblin. Actually, I just blocked his attack. Whoa, that was kind of weird. There we go, just ending blow. Man, these weird camera angles, just the way I was fighting there. Alright, we're going to climb this wall here. But first, is there a Waltula? Yeah, I kind of figured there's Waltulas here. Let's go ahead and slingshot them down here. And we're going to climb up this ivy path here. I'm so glad they kind of sped up the animations with Link here. Because in the original, it was just a pain to climb things, because it's just like, Link will move so slow. But that's just a minor gripe. But now they kind of sped them up, so makes things a little bit easier. I've been playing Skyward Sword a little bit lately, and I've been wanting to kind of like, you know, move. Whenever Link was climbing in that game, you can kind of like hoist him up a little bit further. He'll jump up a little bit. So I've never played Skyward Sword, and this is my first time playing through, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So, all right. So now let's go in here. This room has a couple of things. First off, a Deku Serpent. So let's go ahead and take care of him, because he's annoying. I was wondering why he was just standing there on the water. That was kind of weird. Anyways, what we're wanting to do in this room, as you guys can probably tell, there is a Deku-like over there that we need to blow up with a bomb. That's the first thing we need to do. The thing is, though, the bomb's over there. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to grab him. This is kind of a mechanic that the Gale Boomerang is going to be used for. We can grab things in the distance with it. So grab the bomb link with the Gale Boomerang and then just throw the bomb in over here. The Gale Boomerang, for the most part, is going to be used for that reason alone. We're going to be using the Gale Boomerang a lot for just grabbing things in the distance. So, anyways, inside this treasure chest is that small key that we need for that other room. So, we're going to be using that here in a little bit. But there's other things that we need to do here first. Dealing with a Deku Serpent is one of them. Alright, so... what we actually need to do is we're going to use that Gale Boomerang again. And actually, I'm going to show you guys a little trick. You can lock on with the Gale Boomerang, and if you lock onto this rock, it'll carry that bomb over to the rock and explode it. That's kind of nifty. I always like doing that. But let's climb up here, and there's going to be another rock blocking this entrance right here. So we're going to go and blow it up real quick. So... And there's Diababa, Deku Serpents. You can actually use the Gale Boomerang to knock them off the walls when they're hanging from the walls there. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Alright. Is there another one? Yeah, there's another one. I think you can use a... Yeah, you can use the slingshot. Okay, I never really tried using the slingshot before. You can use the slingshot to knock them down too. Okay. So, let's go ahead and use the Gale Boomerang to bring the bomb over here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put it down right in front of this rock. And there you go. Free monkey! We freed the monkey! And I think this guy has a bunch of rupees. Yeah, he has a 10 in here. So, just be sure to grab that before you go too far. I best advise rupee count. Before we get to the next area in the game, I strongly suggest you have at least 200 rupees for the next area. So, because we're going to be buying something here shortly that's going to cost 200 rupees. So you kind of want to grab it. Your wallet can hold 500 at the moment. So, until we get a bigger wallet, we won't be able to get any more. But you want to get at least 200 rupees by the time we get to the next area after this dungeon. So, alright, so let's go ahead and align this bridge again. And we're gonna backtrack to that room that needed the key. I gotta align this bridge again. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna go back into this room right over here. And now that we have the key, we can be able to go and activate this door and hopefully save this last monkey, because I think we only need one more monkey before we go into the boss lair. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. I wondered something. I was wondering if I'm missing anything, but I'm not too sure. But let's go ahead and take care of these guys, because more hidey holes. Hidey hole worms. I think I'm going to call these guys hidey hole worms, because that's what they are. They're hiding in holes. Waiting for... I guess they kind of look like a snake, don't they? They kind of look like a giant worm. Yeah, that's kind of funny. They kind of do look like snakes in a way. But they kind of look like worms too, so... Worms and snakes kind of look... I saw something on Twitter the other day. It was funny. It just said... Snakes are just really pissed off worms. Grow legs. I was like, really? Wow. Anyways, now that we cleared out this room, we want to go in here. And there's a Skulltula. As of course. And camera angle's not being kind to me. There we go. We took care of him. He's not too hard. He's not too hard, but we're going to go ahead and kill his spider brethren up here. There we go. Spider brethren. Okay. Climb up here. And I do believe there's another monkey in here. In this room over here. This just leads you closer to the monkey. But there's another Deku Serpent we want to take care of. I'm going to go ahead and just chop him down. There we go. Okay, he died. Yeah, there's a treasure chest right here. So we want to jump across here and get this treasure chest. I think this, if this is anything, yeah, this is the other Miiverse stamp. Like the Pieces of Heart, there's usually 2 Miiverse stamps in each dungeon. This is Miiverse stamp for Hylian letter N. So, be sure to grab, you don't have to grab this. Like I said, these are completely pointless at this point in time. Because I'm playing this game in 2018, Miiverse was shut down, I think, when did Miiverse shut down? Like December last year? Or November, I think. Yeah, November, I think, is when it shut down.
You want me to look it up?
Yeah. I think it was in November. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and, use the Gale Boomerang to open up these cages here. We're gonna free our last monkey friend. Our monkey friend.
November 7th.
November 7th is when they shut down Miiverse. Okay, so... yeah, the Miiverse stamps are completely pointless. But if you want to collect them, then by all means collect them. I'm going to collect them just to show you where they're at. So, alright, so now that we saved this last monkey, he should be going back into this room. Actually, let me get back on the bridge a little bit further. There we go. Alright, so now we can actually go access the boss room. Actually, this is going back into the hub room. I don't want to do that. I'm getting disoriented. I'm getting very disoriented because I'm not paying attention to where my arrow is going on the map in the lower hand of the screen. Well, that, we have freed all the monkeys. So now, all our monkey friends are gonna do a trapeze act. Actually, we're gonna be doing a trapeze act here in a second. They're gonna make a giant swing. Giant swing a monkey. And we're gonna do the trapeze act to get across this chasm here. Always like this. This was kind of cool concept part of the dungeon. So when the swing is swinging towards you, jump towards it, and then let go whenever you get on the very edge of it. So if you need to get back for any reason, you can use this. I don't think this vine actually takes you anywhere. Don't listen to me. That vine doesn't go anywhere. All right. Now, we are close to the boss room. There's pots here that refill your health, or give you health back, but there's also one pot here that holds something here. Actually, I think it's this pot. It has a fairy. Grab it with your empty bottle. You might want to use this. Fairies are very helpful, and it's always helpful to have at least one with you at all times. It'll help you when your health runs out and you're about ready to get a game over. If you have a fairy, it'll bring you back to life and bring you back about 8 hearts, but I have 3 at this point, so be always sure to have a fairy on you, because I can't stress that enough. But anyways, now that we have everything, I do believe we have gotten every treasure chest in this dungeon. We've gotten everything in the dungeon. Okay, I'm happy about that. We are now going to go ahead and go take on the boss. I strongly suggest, this is just a habit I've always done when I played Zelda games. I always save before the boss. Twilight, Parasite, Diababa. This boss is kind of annoying to figure out the first time, and if you especially don't know that trick I was talking about. What you're wanting to do is not get nommed on like me. Watch out when he's gonna come over and attack you. But what you're wanting to do is you want to use a bombling, I'd probably strongly suggest wait until after he attacks to do this. But what we want to do is we want to use the Gale Boomerang to bring a bombling over to his mouth. And once he does, it's gonna blow up. He's got 2 of them, so just go ahead and take him out. Easy boss, right? I'm just joking. There's a phase 2. That was only phase 1. This is phase 2 of Twilight, Parasite, Diababa. So, what we need to do is, now he's gotten rid of the bomblings, be sure to have your shield up and lock on to him whenever you do that, because he's just going to bounce right off of your shield. But we kind of just want to wait until this cutscene plays. That baboon that we kind of slashed his butt earlier, he's actually going to help us now. He's got bomblings. So the baboon's, what he's going to do is he's going to swing around this dungeon. What you're wanting to do is you want to lock onto his bombling and go for the center head. Once it does, it's going to come crashing down and he's going to expose his weak point. You're wanting to slash at his tongue here. And then he's going to get back into the regular form again. You can go ahead and use the bomblings on the regular heads, but it doesn't really do too much difference. He's going to start doing his acid spray here. I did a really poor job of taking care of it. There's hearts around here if you need health. So just wait until the monkey comes around again. And then lock on, and then lock on to Diababa's face here. And then bada bing, bada boom. And there we go. Expose his weakness. And just a couple more slashes, that'll end him. Upon defeating him, we get a special item here. Well done! That's what I'm looking for. That's a fused shadow. It's what the light spirit called dark power. Do you remember what the spirit said about how you had to match the power of the King of Shadows? Could it really be so easy? Is this all there is to it? There's a total of 3 fused shadows. I think the other light spirits have the rest. If you want to know exactly what fused shadows are, well, maybe I'll tell you if you find the other 2. I guess you'd better do your best to find them, eh? So, let's not waste any more time here when we could be looking for the other 2. I'll let you out of here. You pick up that heart container that fell out of that thing. Now, upon defeating a boss in this game, you are rewarded with something called a heart container. This is like the pieces of heart, but they automatically give you 1 full heart whenever you get it. So now we have 4 hearts. So, every time you defeat a boss, you get a full heart container. But if you come over here to Midna, she'll say, you want to go outside or are you all done here? I strongly suggest yes, because I don't think you can actually go back at this point. So, but we're done here with the Forest Temple. Do you want to save? I think that's a good stopping point for this episode. Alright, so we completed the Forest Temple in this episode. We did our first major dungeon, and we got another heart container. We got our first of the 3 fused shadows. I think this is a good stopping point for this episode. So next time we meet in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we are actually going to be continuing onward. So with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.